Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. I really appreciate all the love and support you gave me when I did my unboxing video of my new SDX125 Brother ScanNCut. So I'm going to take you along on this journey with me as I learn how to master this machine. And I hope that any of you that are new can follow along and do some of the projects that I'll be doing. So what I thought I would do is a combination of reading instructions and tinkering, as I always do, to create this welcome project. It's a cute little box with a crown on top. Now, because I've already ruined this piece of paper I had because I used it yesterday, I'm going to, I made a box and I'm just going to show you what the box looks like. So what I want to do is just unload the mat. Okay, so all I've done so far is I cut out this box just to see if it would cut out my paper. This paper was called Noble Peacock Designer Series paper or Specialty Designer Series paper or something like that. I'll put it in the description. It's by Stampin Up. So I was using the paper because it was the only white cardstock I had to align, but I realized it's not quite white. So I definitely need to get some white cardstock to help align my machine. Okay, so I just figured let's just, make a box out of it, see how that works, and then we'll go and do the project, which involves both cutting and drawing and things like that. Okay, so this reminds me a lot of a die I had, or I still have somewhere in my stash. It's called a Curvy Keepsake Dye. It's a nice little box Stampin' Up die that retired, but it's very popular. And except that this box is way bigger than that box, and I really like this box. So this is one of the new patterns that comes with the ScanNCut. And they claim to have a lot of new built-in patterns. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this box together, and I want to see where they are because when I was looking at my unboxing, I didn't really see a whole lot of new patterns, so I have to see what categories they belong to. Okay, so to put the box together, I'm pushing down on the little crown, just like I would have when I had my Curvy Keepsake box. I'm sticking the crown up through the hole. Okay, so you're putting these two pieces together. Then I guess you would load your candy, right? And then you would shut the other side. Now this paper is probably not too suitable for this because it's not dyed all the way through and it's already coming unpeeled a little bit. It's suitable in that it's good thick cardstock and it does cut, but it's not suitable. In fact, I would say use paper that's dyed all the way through in the same color or double-sided paper in case it peels when you put the crown on. Okay, so I think that's pretty cool. And then you put some candy. Oh, you know what? It was actually, you know what that was? It wasn't that it was peeling, actually. It was my fault. What happened is when I had cut these crosses out, when the machine was aligning, I ruined this paper and it cut, and so that piece just got messed up, that's all. So that's not really the Brother ScanNCut's fault. That was the way I put the paper in. Okay, then you put your little treats in the side, and you would then, push this down and push that through, and you'd have a cute little box. So I do like this paper. In fact, I think I'll make some more. Maybe, I don't know how big my peacock stamp is, but maybe I could even put peacocks on my Royal Peacock box. All right, so lovely. Maybe that side's a little better. Okay, good. So that's what we're going to be making. So let's try to follow along and see what it says and see what we can skip, see what we already know visually. Okay, so you open it up, it says follow the instructions in this booklet to create the project below. And it tells you all the things you need. How to set up your machine. I did that on my unboxing video. All the materials you need. Machine set up, put the power cord in. Attach the cardstock to the mat, okay? So let's attach the cardstock to the mat. So one of the things I did like about the ScanNCut, this new one, is that there's little storage for your tools, and I will stop losing my tools so much. So in order to attach the cardstock, first I'm getting rid of the actual extra pieces from my last project. Okay. In fact, they might make something cute. Maybe they look like little flower petals, I would say. But right now is not the time to save scraps because I am in the middle of doing so many things. I hope my mom answers the phone because I definitely don't want to be doing that right now. All right, so let's go. We have a piece of cardstock. It says attach it to the mat. I'm gonna look and see. It is double-sided. I mean, it's dyed all the way through. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach it. My mat's really sticky because I just opened it yesterday. So there we go. And I'm attaching it, just give it a little rub. All right, so that step is done. Okay, let's go to the next step. Step 2, select the pattern that you want. Well, I already know which pattern we want. We're gonna want the one that's in here with the little curvy box, okay? But let's go back to the home screen and show you how to get that pattern. Okay, let me pull. This is a really, really heavy machine. Okay, I'm gonna go, that's the box I want, but there's actually 2 of those. And we're gonna go all the way to the home screen so you can see where I found it. And let me get my stylus. So, I'm gonna make sure I get the right one because we wanna cut and draw, and I wanna make sure that that's the same, you know, that it's in the same pattern. So we go to pattern, and then it's saying to go step 2, it's just the little Eiffel Tower. Okay, the little Eiffel Tower pattern and the tree. Okay, so let's select that. Now we're going to, and then that's step 2, and then it's saying to go down to the bottom, and this is, we want this little box. Okay, so then you want the first box. So I just cut the second box is what I cut. I cut out the second pattern, but we want to cut the first pattern. That's what it's saying to cut, because that's the one that has the drawing on the front of it. So, and I'm going to leave it at its default size of 9.44 inches, which is good. Okay, and it's saying to say okay, say okay. And my mom will be happy because she told me maybe it's good if you read the instructions. So I'm actually doing that, but I'm not doing like every single instruction because I'm more of a visual learner. I like to learn by like tinkering, and if I've already used the tool before, I don't need every single instruction. Okay, so next step, it's saying install the pen holder. Okay, so let's install the pen holder. So to install the pen holder, you're going to take out the little pen, and that comes with, my last ScanNCut, the CM350, came with 2 pens. This one comes with 1 pen, which is black. So we're going to be writing like black on blue, but that's okay. Actually, instead of throwing the cap somewhere, the cap actually fits in the top of the top of that pen holder. This is not the same as the universal pen holder. This is the internal pen holder. This is a drawing tool that comes with the Brother ScanNCut, or it comes with some models. Not the same as the universal pen holder, which I'll show you in another video. I'm going to drop the pen in there. Okay, I'm going to shut the holder. Okay, so now I'm replacing the blade with the pen because I'm going to be drawing. So let's put this over here so you can see that. Oh my goodness, this is a heavy machine. I am lifting the blade out. I'm going to put the pen holder in. Okay, so, and then I'm going to shut the pen holder. All right, so that was step 3, installing the pen holder. We did that. Now let's see what's next. Load the mat and draw. Okay, so load the mat and draw. We're going to load the mat. Let's see if you can see the whole. Go back over here. In fact, let me just pull my machine a little forward so you can see the whole setup here. Now, because I can't see exactly what you're seeing, I need to move my machine a bit. Sorry about that. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to focus in. All right, so now it says load the mat and draw. So I'm going to load the mat with this button. Oops, and it didn't load correctly, even though I held my hand there. Always hold your hand in the middle, but not too close to the rollers. Oh, didn't load correctly. Come on, brother. I can't hold it with 2. It would be better if I could hold it with 2 hands, but I can't because I need 1 hand to push that button, and it still did not load correctly. And now it's kind of stuck in there. But you know what? That's okay. I'm going to yank it out. And I'm going to load it again. It's not going to let me load it again. I don't want to turn it off. Come on, brother. Okay. Unloading. It's not letting me. Honestly, it got stuck, so I had to yank on it. Okay, let's just turn it off. And I mean, this is real. This is what happens. But you know, it's not a big deal because it would have been if I had sat there and done a whole design and I had spent a lot of time doing a whole design, and then I lost my design because I didn't save it to the machine. Now that would be a big deal, but this is not a big deal because we're using an internal pattern, so it's really not a big deal. So come on, it's not even at the home screen yet, it's scrolling through. So one of the other things I liked about this screen, I was saying yesterday, is that this is beautiful color and high resolution screen. I do like that. All right, so saying keep my hands away from the mat, it's gonna unload. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and load, I'm gonna try to load the mat one more time. Nope, it did not load again, so that's third time. Maybe that was the fourth time. I'm gonna try one more time. Nope. It just keeps going in crooked. There we go, it finally went in the right way. Okay, let's go to pattern and the little Eiffel Tower and tree, right? Down to the bottom, this one, set. Now we're going to say okay, and we're going to, in this one, it says please select, because we're going to draw right now. Remember, we just put the drawing pen in, and we're going to draw the pattern onto that exact spot. So that's where I'm at, load the mat and draw. And I'm at that step, loading and mat and drawing. We're going to say start, we hit draw. Scanner lever is set to position 1, shift the scanner lever to position 2. All right, I am going to show you what that means now that I finally know what that means. There's a scanner lever position. Okay, I have to just move the machine a lot to show you, but I'm not going to move my camera this time, I'm only moving the machine. It's on the side, and I pray that my mat does not come out. Okay, here it is. It's saying the scanner lever position is set to 1, set it to 2. So who knew? I didn't know that you needed to do that to draw with, but so I'm pretty thinking that's kind of cool. Okay, so I set the position to 2. I'm going to turn it back. And my mat is still staying loaded, so happy about that. This machine's going to have to find a better home because my mom and I share the same table. She needs to cut fabric. I need to do my crafts. It's going to have to find a better home. All right, let's see. We set the lever to 2. We're going to say okay. We're going to start. So now it's drawing. And hear that? You can't hear it because it's so quiet, which is what I love. It's doing a beautiful job drawing. Now it is drawing black onto blue, so you know it's not going to have the greatest contrast, but it's still working. It's drawing. Step 5, install the blade holder. That's what we're getting ready for next. Step 6 is cut. Okay, we can do this. Let me just show you what it did because I don't want to. I'm going to move my camera back, but see, here's what it did. See that? It drew a nice design, beautiful onto the. This is the cardstock that came with the machine, by the way. So if you're asking me where to get it, I'm not really sure where to get it. All right, so now we say okay, and it's saying install the blade holder. So we're going to take out the pen. We're going to take the cap off, take the pen out. Always put your cap back on your pen because you don't want it to dry out. Okay, and now we get out the blade holder. It says install the blade holder. Okay, we're putting that into the same spot. See? Putting it in there, shutting the blade holder. Make sure that's in focus. Tilting the camera. Okay, so there you go. Now we got the blade holder installed. Now it's saying, all right, install the blade holder. Step 5, let's see. Step 6, cut. Okay, so instead of drawing, we're cutting. And I didn't see it tell me to change the lever position. So I'm really surprised because I'm not sure what that lever was all about. All right, it didn't say to change the lever. So we're going to go with it. We're leaving it. We're leaving the lever like it said. And I'm going to go here to select and I'm going to say cut. Because I thought maybe that lever was for drawing. In fact, let me make sure, crafty friends, that I didn't forget something because, you know, it said select pattern, install the pen holder. Load the mat and draw. Install the blade holder. Okay, no, because you know what? The blade holder was telling me, it wasn't actually in this book. It was this telling me to use the lever. So it didn't say anything. We'll see what happens. Cut. It's not telling me to change the lever. And that's interesting to me because I thought the lever was for thick materials. I'm not really sure what the lever's for. I'm gonna have to do some reading up on that. So now we're doing cutting and then it's saying, you know, it's saying cut, unload the mat. and assemble the box. All right. We have a couple minutes. I definitely want to read one of my comments from my unboxing video. I'm gonna step away from the machine a little. Okay, so this is from Leona, and I think she embodied the whole reason I do my crafting channel here on YouTube. Leona said in my unboxing video that I posted yesterday on YouTube, she said, "Congratulations on your new arrival. It's interesting to watch as you go through the process of the SDX125 after having years of experience with the other Brother models. You can now imagine the frustration of the newbies who have never used a Brother before." And then Leona went on to say, "Even though I purchased your Udemy class, I look forward to your future videos of the SDX125. Sometimes reading the instructions, as one posted, can be very difficult, as I am one who is more of a visual learner. Thanks for doing this video and no apology necessary." Because in my title I said, I apologize ahead of time because I really did think the video was a disaster, but I posted it for the reason that Leona is saying. I wanted to show you just to keep it real, like what happens when I open the box and try to use it. That is what really happened. And I thought about not even posting the video because it was so unpolished, but you know what? That's what really happened to me. I couldn't get my machine to align. I couldn't get my mat to load all the time. I mean, there's just a lot of frustration. And I persisted. I think it's better. I think I got the alignment a little bit better, but I didn't try it again today. I'm going to try that again later today. I just went straight into this project. But thank you, Leona, for your comment. And I really hope that you can all go along this journey with me as I learn how to use the SDX125. I really hope you can, because this is going to be a lot of fun. And once we master it, it has a lot more to it. Okay, so let's say okay. And see what happened? It cut here it cut the pattern. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to unload the mat, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to assemble our cute little project. All right. Perfect. Moving that off to the side. Peel your project away, and let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do what it says with the number, because it's telling you in a certain number of order which way to do it. So it's calling this 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have these two ends. Which side has the drawing on it? It says 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna call this side number 1, like the one with the drawing on it. Okay, and then it says 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's looking like it's putting one. It looks like it's telling you to put one side in at a time, and I'm used to putting 2 sides in at a time. So maybe I'm just gonna follow that along and see. So it's saying the 1, and then it's saying 2, and then 3. Let's try it. Yeah, I mean, that does work actually. It's a little bit less rough when you put one of these little crowns in at a time. And I do love shiny paper like this. And I think you can decorate it with some cool like antique keys or something in the front. Okay, then you would stuff your candy in there. Right? You stuff your candy in there, and then you close your box. And I'm pretty happy with this project. So good job, Brother, for including something new in our pattern collection. So I hope you enjoyed that video on the welcome project with the Brother ScanNCut DX. More to come. I hope in the next video I'll be showing you how to hook up my wireless network on my home, hooking the machine to my home wireless network. So bye for now. This is the Papered Chef.